Let's bring in our panel to get their reaction and keep Michael with us as well. So if anyone has a question for him, seeing the moves on Wall Street, we've talked with several economic experts throughout the day today based on what we're seeing. And is it a fear, do you think, Ford, of the Biden administration, not having confidence in the Biden administration moving forward with the economy, or this fear of the COVID-19 pandemic causing, lockdowns to be implemented across the board again in communities? What is causing what's happening, in your opinion?
Well, I think that Michael actually hit the nail on the head, and that is uncertainty, particularly with investors, whether they're large or small. They don't know what's going to happen, and we're going to see this yo-yo going on the next 6 months. Obviously, inflation is a big concern for Main Street, but also when it comes to lockdowns, you're going to start looking at producers and consumers thinking about their costs. So to your point, Heather, when you're sitting on Main Street, your biggest concern is, how am I going to make ends meet? And the sad part is, it's going to be a bumpy roller coaster. And a lot of people are going to do a lot of Maylocks between now and next year.
Yeah, and Melanie, last Friday we had reports that came out that talked about retail sales being up in the month of June, but consumer sentiment when it came to, confidence levels, those were down for July already.
Certainly, and we have a presidency and an administration that is, against us being energy independent. And as we know, when the cost of energy goes up, the cost of everything goes up.
Right.
So in addition to the economic situation with inflation, we have costs going up because of us not being energy independent anymore as we were under the Trump administration. So I think it's a combination of things. And I do think, we see what's going on in LA with the lockdowns starting up again. I do think that is worrisome. And of course, when there's worries and uncertainty, like Ford said, there's going to be problems in the market.
Yeah, Bobby, both LA County, although the sheriff said he's not going to enforce it, once again with the mask and mandates for everyone inside. Las Vegas as well, the mask mandates with everyone inside. So there were reports that it was those kind of fears that was causing this reaction today. Mm-hmm. But as I said, I spoke with several people today that said, no, that's not really it. It's maybe the Biden administration talking about continuing to print money and spend trillions and trillions of dollars.
Right. Well, you have this perfect storm brewing, and Michael alluded to it before, this fear of what's going to happen with the growth. You mean with President Trump, it's just like the American people felt more and more confident. The economy was roaring along. What do we have now? We have this stop-start. We had lockdowns. Now we're coming back. Growth isn't that great, but inflation is going up. People have fears. And then the media stokes those fears with this fear of these lockdowns again. How can you be certain in this uncertain world now when we might have lockdowns, when we might have masks? I mean, what's the point in the vaccine if they're telling you to have masks again? These are the kind of things that worry people. And then paying bills. Everything's going up. Energy costs, sure. But remember when they put out that tweet about you're going to save 16 cents on the 4th of July,
yeah.
When people know that every single good is going up, it's just outrageous.
Right. And taxes, and everyone is going to be impacted by that. Thank you very much, panel. And thank you very much to Michael Lee. We appreciate having you with us.